13, 14, 15 threes a game. And if you get that vote of confidence from your coach, I don't know about you, but if it was me, I'm leaning right into that.
You wouldn't have to tell me more than once
exactly.
to shoot more.
Let them fly, baby.
Those teams played Thursday. Houston won by 24 at Brooklyn. Dallas lost by 15 at home to Philadelphia. There's a three that goes up for a player who's got a good history against Dallas, Jabari Smith Jr. He missed it. Dallas had it, but taken back by Houston's Amin Thompson. Both teams wearing their City Edition uniforms for the 2025-26 season. And Dallas, when they played in their City Editions, 3-2 so far this year. Max Christie's first time on the stat sheet tonight. It's not a three-pointer. It's a defensive rebound after a corner three was missed by Thompson on a second shot opportunity for the Rockets. Here's Coop in a low shot clock situation. 1-2 over Tari Eason. It's short and Şengün. A rebound. He was tripped.
Grabs his ankle.
Yeah, he is grabbing his right ankle. It's 4v5 right now. Thompson has the ball for Houston. They're looking down to the other end of the floor, and at this point, Ime Udoka has stopped play and called a timeout rather than let the play go on for Houston.
Mavs, guess what? You got a pair of tickets to an upcoming Mavs game. Go Mavs!
Pulling in some stiffness. Şengün came back to action against Brooklyn on Thursday after missing the previous two games with the scariest two words in the NBA this season, a calf strain. Left calf strain for Şengün. Rockets get a score from Amin Thompson. Their first points of the game coming out of a timeout. And here is Thompson on the deck. He has the steal. He got tripped. Foul was called on Daniel Gafford. And we'll see if they call this a transition take. And Amin Thompson on the free throw line after in his first two seasons in the league shooting 68% on free throws this year. He's almost at 80%. We'll take it back to back on the drafted 2023. Amin fourth by the Rockets. Asar fifth by Detroit. Pocket pass Durant to Thompson. And Thompson is fouled. I believe this call is going to be a loose foul on P.J. Washington. His first. Ball in here to Kevin Durant. And Durant knocks down his first shot of the game. 13th in the league in scoring at almost 25.5 points per contest. 6-0 start to this game for Houston. Now here's AD making a move against Clint Capella. Double team comes, flashing into the middle for the weak side is Max Christie. He's on the board, and so are the Mavericks.
That's what you got to do when you see double teams. Somebody's got to flash that middle, open up that floor a little bit. Max did a good job recognizing the spot.
And then Thompson initiates the offense. He's an 18-point-per-game player this year. 7 boards, 5 assists. Now it's Durant. Steps into a three and hits it over Anthony Davis.
And that's not a good sign.
No.
First two shots.
I mean, that second one was tough.
And here's Clint Capella with a physical play and a steal and a physical play by off Dallas. Houston ball with an early 7-point lead.
I was having a little bit of trouble getting squared away in that offense. Hopefully that opens up in this first quarter.
Boy, that's a tough angle for an entry pass.
Yeah.
Thompson with it for the Rockets, who are 21-10. Their road record is 11-8. Thompson on the bounce, stops, spins, and scores. And the lead up to 9. With not even 3 minutes played in the game. Houston is the second best first and third quarter scoring margin team this year. Oklahoma City leads both of those quarters, and Houston is second in those quarters. Cross court to Christie for a three that rims out. Houston's first quarter scoring margin is an average of 4 points per first quarter. And looking to go 3 for 3, and Gafford a defensive rebound. Or you had one early timeout for the Rockets because of an injury with Şengün, who turned his right ankle. And we await whatever sort of report is going to come about his status for the remainder of the game.
Look at this pressure.
It's
suffocating. Drive. Coop, he's fouled.
He bailed him out.
Coop goes to the free throw line with 3.5 minutes played in tonight's game. This is at 51.5% from the floor. Rookie of the month for the collective October, November, and then Rookie of the Month in the West for December. Yesterday, that was announced. And look, with any player, you want to see improvement. And as my podcast partner, Brian Damaris, often says, growth is not linear, but Coop's growth this year has been linear. month by month getting better, and by Durant. So Dallas has their first block. Now Coop pressures the inbounds pass recipient. Jabari Smith Jr. threw it in at 7, and Smith is fouled.
Hey, Mavs fans.
15 points per game. And as you see on the screen, shooting almost 55% in his career against Dallas. That is his best field goal percentage against any opponent in his young career.
He does always look good against us, baby.
Season 4 of his career out of Auburn, 3rd pick of the 2022 draft. Smith made the freebies, 9-point lead again for Houston. On the bounce, it's Davis in a low clock situation. Coming up from behind, poked away by Tari Eason. Gafford got it, and coming across the lane with a hook shot to score. Bailing out that possession, which was very low on the clock.
You said it, bailing out. Just offensively, just not crisp.
Houston's defense has had a lot to do with that, but there's Dallas with some defense. First turnover for Houston. There was a steal by PJ. Got a cross-court bounce pass that was picked up by Christie, but then poked away by Houston. They forced the turnover, and in transition, and it's a chase down block by PJ Washington. End-to-end basketball right now. Here's a drive. Durant a block against Daniel Gafford, and Houston will race to the other end. They're in transition, and they score. KD, timeout Dallas. Wow. That was windshield wiper basketball. Well, we saw a nice...
Now it's a different team. You got Şengün and Durant leading the charge with a bunch of long, lengthy guys that like to command the paint.
Different front office, too, as Brandon Williams gets all the way inside.
Speaking of commanding the paint, he does drive and sets up Christie for a catch-and-shoot wide-open 3. Nicely done out of the timeout.
Very nicely done. First offensive possession that's looked smooth.
Right.
And despite all of those bumpy offensive possessions, the Mavericks look up on the board and don't find themselves in too bad of a spot, and they make a defensive play. Anthony Davis against Kevin Durant. Dallas down by 6. They can trim it to 4 or to 3. Handoff to Williams. Open look. Baseline. And a defensive rebound for the Rockets. When we have an opportunity, Leslie McCaslin has a report on the status of Alperen Şengün. So stand by for that here in a moment. Durant, space to attack. And he drives and scores. He is about to make some moves up the scoring ladder. More on that later tonight. But Kevin Durant, 8th in NBA history in scoring, and looking like it so far early in this game. Nobody home on that cross-court pass that's out of bounds. And let's get that update now from Leslie.
Is what they're saying. So we will see if he'll be back.
Outside of the right ankle, outside lateral. Don't hear that term used too often, so.
I don't know that I've heard it used until now.
Reed Shepherd is in the game now for Houston. That's their second sub of the game. Dallas has made 2 lineup changes as well. Marshall and Bewill have been the players coming in the game. Here's a drive and finish and foul. Durant.
Seems to like that matchup against
Durant, foul and a score.